Hello everyone, this is Zafar Abundance Wala and you're watching Abundance Show on Global Abundance Organization GAO TV. And today Beata Jirava is with us. How are you, Beata?
I'm good. Hi. Hi, everyone.
Thank you so much. Majority of my audience knows you. And would you like to just give a brief introduction of yourself so that then we jump into questions right away?
Sure. I'm known as a global architect and also a wellness architect, where organization usually calls me to do more of advisory roles to stimulate the entities and companies for better commercialization, improving the broader aspect of sharing resources border to border. Um, Love the world of MedTech, health tech, and AI tech. There's a lot to do in the world and connect the dots. So my passion in the world and just to give more than we take and just stimulating the economy in every respect and aspect so we can be healthier and more prosperous country by country.
Thank you, Beata. Beata, would you like to give us a life journey? The journey of resilience and success that you have had?
Well, everyone to some degree has their own resilience and what they think is right. Every country has its own culture, and everybody in it have a certain passion to have a sense of belonging. Mine goes back to Europe, where back then when I was younger, I was representing the country in sports since I was a little child, since about 6 years old, all the way to about my 20s. That was literally something that was engraved almost like your blueprint for the future in respect of the discipline and a passion for sports. I've obviously in the sense that it teaches you to be self-disciplined, self-driven, and when something comes as a barrier for you or for myself, there's kind of saying that you can always push through. There's always a way. Like you said, there's abundance mindset where you know when the life is tough, you just push that much further, and there's always a way to find. So, as an athlete, it helped me to pursue myself in also career. As I do education, I was able to take two universities at the same time and was able to still represent the country. My sports were a swimmer and an athlete, and then came to Canada when I was in my early 20s. And there were times where were tough. From the beginning, it looked all pretty and beautiful. And then, surely enough, soon enough, you find that, okay, without the cell phones at that time, without access to your parents, suddenly you're in a country of a strange world and standing in one of the bus stops, two suitcases by your side and $100 in your pocket. And you realize that, oh, where do I go from here? And to be able to be aware of the situation and just ask for help. So I cried. It was actually North Vancouver here in British Columbia, and it was typical pouring weather. And the moment when you show your vulnerability and want to get help and support is the way to kind of reach out for somebody else who can. And that help and support guided me through my life because I was able to do the same thing for other people afterwards. When the times were tough for others, you were able to pass on the hand. I was able to shelter people, shelter children, as well as help each other in a sense as a community.
Oh, wow, great. I really what I love most about yourself is the gratitude attitude, and you keep yourself always composed, and you keep moving forward. Thank you so much for telling us your story of resilience and success so far. You move between healthcare MedTech, agri-tech, and wellness was the common thread that keeps you connected across such different worlds.
All those worlds always needed one thing. You always need a human capital, which means is you need people. As much as we are saying we are moving towards to AI world, that's wonderful, and that's something is unstoppable, and it should help us to stimulate human capabilities. But we don't ever forget that we work in a corporations, we work in entities, and we work with human. So all of them have one common thread is how do you create a psychological safety for employees, for your team, for executives, so they get the best of them and they can produce the best what they possibly can, and they have a sense of belonging where they can thrive, they can be nourished, and at the end of the day is finding the best landscape and cross pollinations of resources that is not just staying within the corporation but outside of the corporate entity, which goes and reaches our community, and how community responds with the regulatory and the governmental entities, and how one government works with another government. So again, trades, commercialization, scaling, it's pretty much the same in every respect of the industry.
Wow, thank you so much. You went from being a national and international gold medalist javelin athlete to leading innovation across countries. What did competing that level teach you about building ventures?
Thank you for this question. I guess brings me back when I was younger. Certainly, the having ability to compete, to believe yourself, and also that sense of resilience and a vision. As a lot of the famous people, successful people around the world, popular and famous athletes, all the way to um, CEOs of Facebook. Everyone tells you one thing is you have the vision, and you and don't give up on that vision. There's always a way. Nobody says I'm going to be the greatest connector or I'm going to win the medal. We don't know. We just have the vision of go that direction. So as a 6 year old, I wanted to go and compete in Olympics. By the time I got to a level of Olympics, I was 16, 17. Here we go, 15 years in progress, a lot of sweat equity, a lot of crying, a lot of tired and long nights, 5 hours training every day since I'm 6 years old. Just gives you the sense of not to give up. And that vision, that's why CEOs and presidents of the companies have to have a vision and stay with it, because you bring to the world the entire team. You bring everybody who actually sees. Just a second, give me a second.
No
Hold on a
problem.
second. That's just this is the way we have it. So when you work from home, there's always kind of interception. So, but anyhow, so I just wanted to say is that you as a vision as a CEOs and directors, you need to know is that people follow you. People follow your energy, your passion for something, and they believe in you. So just stay at it. Don't give up on that vision. Guide the people the right way, and regulate the psychological safety in a corporation.
Thank you so much. It's okay. I mean, when we work from home, this thing happens someday. This was interesting, brother. A lot of your work talks about stewardship, economics, and community over pure transactions. What does that actually look like in practice when you are advising a startup or health system?
So this is a next generation of approach of guiding. the corporations and synergizing with your community and synergizing with your government is the stewardship model. What does that truly means? When you kind of look at back how we used to be 100, 500 years ago as a human, you wanted to always help yourself within its community. It means that whatever you produce, you give it back to your community first, and that feeds the community, almost like self-funding cities, or 5-minute cities, or however we call it based on districts. Is we are trying to actually feed back the community. So hold on a sec.
This is Beata Jirava, and we are uh, going live with her session. And she is an athlete. She's a medical tech entrepreneur. She's health care tech entrepreneur, and she works and from one industry to another industry. And she is not only an entrepreneur but an athlete, uh, which is amazing feature of her life. Back to you, Jirava. Please continue.
Yeah, so back to the stewardship model, which means is find the ways to help your own community, help your own people, bring the economy, stimulate the economy, bring the revenue back to where you started. So, to me, success is actually when you create success around yourself. That is a success of an individual. It's not necessarily your own personal wealth. It's how much wealth you bring back to your community. And what can we not make better besides knowing that my place around me where I live is safe? What does the safety means? That people actually can able to bring the food on the table. They feel that they have a shelter. They know that they can actually have a sense of belonging. Everyone in the world wants to have a place of belonging, and they want to contribute. Everyone in the world wants to contribute. And if they don't feel they can contribute, they feel safe, what do? The crime goes up. My place no longer is safe. So at the end of the day, the stewardship model means bring the economy back to your community.
Oh wow, Beata. In fact, this is what I am also doing. The Global Abundance Organization is all about taking things into discipline. Just because everybody wants to work for impact, as you said, and you yourself is a community builder besides the entrepreneur connections. Is there any possibility that Global Abundance organizations and your organization can collaborate for the impact so that we can create a better future for the globe?
Um, Everything is possible. It's who are those people who are trying to, are those people having the same vision? What is the agenda? What is the clarity of the agenda? And at the end of the day, is it supported by the legislative, or is it reported by regulatory, or is it being a huge barrier? And even if there is a barrier, what can we as a community do together to support the regulatory? And if not, how can we do it around it that is still legal and it's still safe for a community? So of course everything can be done, and that's what we've been doing. We're now closely working in a health tech with Africa. We are trying to support African community so they can be more self-sufficient with such a rich country and rich resources. um, Share cross-pollinate resources in health tech. We British Columbia is very strong for the innovation. So knowing who has the strength in what, Asia as well, collaborating with Asia, collaborating with India. Everybody has their own strength, right? So knowing that certain countries has been equipped with a certain abilities because the regulatory are supporting it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being that big heart. In fact, my next question is in the same perspective. You work across Canada, the US, Europe, India, and Africa. What one thing you've learned about bringing innovation into new market that most people get wrong?
Having ability to work alongside with the people who are scaling commercializing, and also how we work in a community and how I contribute is literally bridging and narrowing the gaps between the industries. So in a health tech, AI tech, and medtech, we want to. Okay, hold on. I have a puppy, and a puppy needs to come. Wait a second.
It's okay. I mean, you know that these pets make your life so beautiful and so you it's the what I see you people who's got pets in your home, you guys are the kind. I mean, this is gesture of kindness to have a pet in one's home. So back to you, Beata.
Yes, back to me. So it also twice I've been interrupted by the dogs in my house. So thank you for being patient, but
Not a
it's just
problem. You know,
the life,
you know
and that's
that makes it dramatized, and this gets you more interaction and connectivity. Back to you.
so those ones who get these interruptions, just to know it's normal, it's human, and the life doesn't need to be perfect. But yeah, so working alongside and building the bridges between the resources, and also knowing what country and what city has what strength. India has its own reputation for tech, right? So working with them, it's fantastic. Many different countries, from Pakistan to Iran to Turkey to, I mean, look at the Turkey. That's a fantastic example for medical tourism. The whole world goes there, right? Europeans, a lot of innovations, technological advancements, a lot of the laboratory pharmaceutical world comes from the Europe. Canadians are very strong with innovation, and biotech and AI tech. So um, knowing that who can do what and how, and then share those resources. First of all, help your own country, help your own community, and then grow from there.
Oh, thank you so much, Biara. My country is 40 to 70% cheaper than yours, be Canada or America or the first world in terms of medical science and treatments. So, is there any or like we are an agrarian country? What we all need is the collaboration, cooperation, coordination. Is there any startup that we can launch for the medical tourism, agri-tourism in my country also, in Pakistan?
Again, everything is possible. Having the right hands together for the at least similar purpose, and of course, it's somebody has to start that talk, the discussion, like we're having a conversation right now. And then what exactly you want to, everybody needs to know what they put and bring to the table, and then what do you want to take out of the table. So once those two parties, three, four, five, actually agree that yes, I can use this, I can give this, as long as you give more than you take, we're good to go.
Oh wow, why not? I mean, since this country needs lots of attention and the professional like yours. So my next question is, with everything you're building right now, from AI-driven healthcare analytics to integrative wellness spaces, what's the future you are actually trying to create, and what does abundance means to your personality?
So, absolutely beautiful question, very wide, and we could be here sitting for a couple of days. But what does abundance mean? I'll go through the abundance since you have a beautiful talk show on abundance. Again, it comes to your own belief. What does abundance means to each individual, to whoever is listening right now, or to whoever is even not? It's so personalized, and it. What does it mean? First of all, you start from yourself. Am I good enough? Am I? Is it everything that I can do in this world, or am I just going to be sitting on a chair and taking that train and wherever the train takes me? Again, there's no right or wrong. Everybody got a gift to live in this world, and you have a choice to contribute to it or you don't. So, in a sense of abundance, is the same. How do I feel the abundance? That I have enough food on the table, that I have enough love and loved ones around myself. Do I have the shelter that I deserve? And or can I contribute to the world through the knowledge and intellect that I've gathered, or do I need more of it? So I think as a human, we never have enough. Whenever we get to a certain stage, we just feel that there's we want more, we chase more, and we really don't have the limitations at when is a good enough. When is what does it mean? Does world even provide the abundance? To some degree, yes. To some degree, not. So um, it's really the perception and your own matrix uh, to have that belief of abundance. But if you're guided by it, means that there's always a way. There's a sense of hope. You create that abundance around yourself and say, you know what? From this point onwards, I got what I needed. I've produced what I wanted. I gave what I was able to. And at this point, from this point onwards, I've achieved that abundance. We often don't even know what that means to us. So when you define it and write it on a paper, once I achieve this, anything from that point is a perk, which means is I run on abundance. So you function differently. You do things differently. Energy moves differently. And at the end of the day, it's all about the energy.
Oh, thank you. And now I'll ask questions from my heart. Like, since you are also heading Thai in your area, so how about, I mean, the entrepreneurs from my area, can I get you connected? What's Thai? Would you like to just give us a little more about Thai?
You mean the as a bridging the resources between your country and our country?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Um, So if there are entities such as in a health tech, AI tech, data analytics, if there are people who actually want to create a healthier environment and create wellness centers, integrative practice centers, if there are people who are very innovative and they want to cross pollinate with Canadians, literally. Either they want to come here to work, or they want to use some of our resources to bring it to your country. It can be done potentially through you, that you open up some of those ways to do it, or you start bringing regulatories and corporates and institutions, but you need to be really selective. How would you want it to do that? Are we going to be building wellness centers? Are we going to be building more hospitals that are more in an integrated practice? Or are we going to be sharing some of the resources between each other? Is means, okay, we have the technology. You might need the technology. You might need to have data analytics. Data analytics is extremely important nowadays because it gives you, I mean, AI is already everywhere, wherever you move. Now, are we going to be using and utilizing AI in the best potential against the humanity? Or are we going to use it in the benefit of humanity? So, and that's what we are right now. I'm heavily working with is the data analytics, and so people can understand how they are spending the revenue. Where in my premises, based on visually, um, we can actually get the the best offers and exchange between consumer and a seller. How do we connect with the media and humans needs such a way that we fuel back based on stewardship model back community, just like chains of pharmacies, the chains of hospitals. The wait in even in Canada is longer and longer and longer to see a practitioners and doctors, yet the world is producing a lot of doctors, and we are not even utilizing it, and it's shortage on one end and abundance on the other. So um, the bridge is there. It's what are we sharing throughout the bridge? which industry we want to tackle. So I would start first of all, what industry is in your interest? What is your country offerings? And then complement it with the entities and organizations that exist in here. And then I would go further and see what technologies are where and what technologies we bring to a table. And then we'll bridge them. And with the support of, we have enough regulatories in place, we have enough technology out there to be able to create and stimulate the abundance.
Oh, great. And what's your greatest challenge when you're collecting data? Just because what you're doing is you are an AI augmented personality and you're working exponentially with the help of AI. And, but AI needs data. How do you overcome this challenge?
AI needs human, and always, hopefully, always will need a human. Uh, as I said, I kind of mentioned that already. Yes, I do work in AI analytics right now, but we also work with a DNA. We also work in different spectrum. But the concentration of understanding the data analytics is every hospital has a shortage of money. The reason they don't have all the technology in the world, although it's available, is because they can't afford to pay for it. So, how do we bring the revenue back to hospitals? That is non patients' revenue. That's what we do. How do we bring analytics to the stores? You know, when you go to grocery stores and inside there is a health food store or there is some kind of drugstore, and every single of those places can be even thriving more and offering the better solutions because we actually linked and bridge the healthcare with the pharmacies, the pharmaceutical world, the governmental, the regulatories, to the retail, and building the network. So that's what we do right now. We are building and strengthening the network around the world, not just in Canada, internationally and worldwide, connecting the media with the retail to healthcare to AI analytics. So people feel back and the money flows back to your community.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for being that abundant. I really enjoyed it. Would you like to give how should people connect you to be part of your mission?
The best way is to connect my name, Beata Jirava, through LinkedIn, which I find is the best way to be professional. And we can set up the meetings in there if that's something that somebody needs to do. And again, it's very important is what is it that you're offering? Because what is it that entity or person is offering to a table? Make sure that you have that clarity within your own means, and we'll see how we can connect the dots, build the bridges. Again, I can be speaking with the institutions, I can be speaking with regulators, we can be speaking to family foundations, family offices, some of the NGOs. Yeah, there's just no end to it.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. Vera, how since you're a very busy professional, so what's good time for me or the people who wants to be part of your mission to connect you?
Again, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the best way to say hello, and through that we can see and we'll guide other ways.
Okay, back to the previous questions. As you said, what one has to offer? What's one? So what are your expectations, or like who are the best people, and they should reach you out for the work you are doing for the impact?
Uh, Okay, really like that question. So let's just say is if you are shopping malls, if you are hospitals, if you are wellness centers, if you are institutions, organizations that they need to scale, they need to commercialize, they need to bridge the resources because you have a shortage of it. and or I want to know what's the next technology, how to perhaps build a certain center for the integrity practice, um, even just for simply conversation. That's the way to probably reach me, and I will be able to guide, or in my team will be able to guide you which way to navigate, as long as everybody needs to know that there is a share of energy. So everybody needs to bring something to a table, and then that's how we can exchange.
Oh wow, great. Thank you so much, Biara. Okay, would you like to give me some agenda that I can connect with your team on this, like family business scaling or some shopping malls or wellness centers or organizations like hospitals, so that we can get them connected with your mission? So, what was the how should I reach you out through LinkedIn again, or since I've got your
Everything we are doing everything through LinkedIn at this point. It's just soft hello. Then I'm going to give a person informations about outside of my emails, my team emails. There's many of us behind the scene, and there's multiple organizations, and mainly it depends what that connection needs. Are we dealing with hospitals? Are we doing with the shopping malls? Are we dealing with wellness centers, integrated practice, or regulatories, or simply just the technology?
Oh, thank you so much, Biara. Thank you so much for your generosity. And last message to the planet,
Last message too.
to the planet.
Um, there's always a way. There's somebody always out there who can pass you the hand, who can say we can do it together. Try to apply yourself in every step of the way. Means that the moment that you stop learning, the moment you stop giving, the moment that you stop contributing to our planet, and also for everything, not just necessary with technologies, but the nature. Connect, try connecting the dots. Give more than you take.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Biara. It was amazing conversation since you are constant on time. Else, I would have taken you 2 hours. But I mean, I love your puppy. I mean, this is cute. And it was nice seeing your puppy in the background. Thank you so much. See you soon again, Biara. Bye bye.
For sure. Blessings is my way too. And looking forward to see who is out there who wants to create a better environment and better world. It takes a village to raise a one child.
Thank you so much, and bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Beata.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was great interaction with you, Beata.